This is OnePlus 9 review. OnePlus 9 fixes the biggest flaw of previous flagships. With the OnePlus 9, the ship has been righted and the improvements are evident, with better color fidelity and improved low light performance. In addition to the new Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 processor, the OnePlus 9 offers 8GB, 128GB and 12GB, 256GB RAM and storage options, which are on par with other flagship phones in its range. It launched on March 23 and is available now in the US. OnePlus 9 starts at $729, £629, about $940 for the 8GB RAM, 128GB storage model, and it goes up to £729, about $829, $1,070 for the 12GB RAM, 256GB storage model. Winter Mist and Arctic Sky have gradient finishes, while Astral Black has a glossy finish. There's no denying it, the OnePlus 9 has the same design as the OnePlus 8T, aside from the obviously different camera. As with its predecessor, it has a glass front and back, and the OnePlus Ring/Vibrate/Silent Toggle and Volume Rocker are all in easy reach when holding it casually. It has a USB-C port on the bottom with a speaker on the right, as well as a second speaker out of the earpiece. The OnePlus 9 has a plastic frame instead of metal. It's also dust and water resistant. It looks like most of the flagships in its tier. That is, it's got good materials, but it lacks some of the fancy extras. I mentioned previously that the OnePlus 9 has a 6.55-inch AMOLED display with a Full HD Plus resolution, 2400 by 1080. The screen produces sharp, vibrant images, just like the one on its predecessor. In practice it means a much smoother visual experience when you're browsing apps or scrolling through social feeds since it has a 120Hz refresh rate. It has an in-screen fingerprint sensor, which we found only worked reliably when our finger was upright in relation to the phone. A 120 FPS game should also benefit from this feature. The OnePlus 9 has a triple camera setup, but you're probably only using two of them. The 48MP main camera and 50MP wide-angle lens are what you'll use most, while the 2MP monochrome sensor comes in handy when photographing in low light, and if you use the right filters, you can get black and white photos. With side-by-side comparisons, the OnePlus 9's camera takes better pictures than its predecessors. The color range is more true to life, and it captures more details in surfaces like textures. There's an extra bonus on the latter camera, a macro mode that takes close-ups that's better than what you get on other phones that have macro lenses, including the OnePlus 8T. In addition, it's got a freeforming lens that will correct barrel distortion, the strange warping at the sides of images from some ultrawide cameras, down to 1%, and we didn't notice any distortion. It has a 16MP front-facing camera that takes good photos, with good colors and sharp details, but the images are weirdly narrow. With the OnePlus 9's main camera, you can shoot 8K video at 30 frames per second, which has 16x the pixels of 1080p. The ultra-wide camera can shoot time-lapse videos, and the phone has a low-light video mode called Nightscape Video 2.0. The phone has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 888, 8GB or 12GB of LPDDR5 RAM, and 128GB or 256GB of UFS 3.1 storage. It comes with 128GB or 256GB of storage, so you'll have to rely on the cloud if you run out of space. The OnePlus 9 runs Android 11, as well as OnePlus UI, presenting a combination of a clean interface and helpful menu features. The OnePlus 9 supports 5G, but not M-Wave, only mid and sub-6 bands. A 4,500 mAh battery on the OnePlus 9 is substantial, and it'll last all day as long as you're not using it heavy. The OnePlus 9's real advantage is its charging speed. It comes with the Warp Charge 65T charger, which OnePlus CEO Pete Lau claims will charge the phone to 100% in just under half an hour, with 15 watts Qi wireless charging built in. OnePlus's Warp Charge 65T charger recharges from 0 to 100% in just under 45 minutes on the OnePlus 8T. The OnePlus 9 cuts that time by nearly 10 minutes with improvements to the power brick.